You know what's cool though? Shout out to Matt Dale Sander. That left front tire was the very same tire I had just absolutely stuffed into that dirt pile right there. Look at that bounce. All right, this has got to be one of the coolest things from 2025 from the Monster Mutt team, and it happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota in the Viking Stadium. And it was kind of cool because I was hoping that this run or this move, this moment, would have been nominated for Save of the Year, but there were so many crazy saves that happened this year, didn't make the cut. I know it got nominated, at least put forward, to be a Crash Madness of the Year nomination, but ultimately that didn't make the cut either. And that's a shout out to all of the awesome Monster Jam drivers out there because there was some crazy stuff that happened this year. But this has got to be a huge air moment into a save for me, but there was a really bad, I say bad bounce, but I want to kind of break down what the shocks were doing whenever I launched this truck as high as I possibly could. The body comes shedding off, and let's break this down for just a minute. So I get some really great air, right? That front to back bounce, though, is what I'm always trying to get. As soon as I grab that extra traction, hit the brakes, as soon as you're starting to get what you want the truck to do. But here's a different angle. You can see on this angle, like the back was trying to kind of be outdriven to the right. It was trying to wash out almost midair, but that's the way I approached the jump. Another really super cool angle. Watch this one. Watch the shock starting to work here, right there. Now, if I slow this down a lot, now there's two things. Number one is always the approach and then the launch point, right? And of course the landing. But my approach, if you notice kind of coming off of this corner, like I'm trying to get it straight. My wheels are turned just a little bit to the left. I straighten them up right before I hit the face. But that doesn't really matter because a lot of the truck's momentum, you're tossing 12,000 pounds around. And because of that, like it caused the truck to almost kind of move in the air and go towards the left. You can kind of see I was actually driving the front end, steering the front to the left. I've learned that the hard way a couple times. Sometimes you try to steer into the landing, and I have destroyed a truck. Think about Anaheim. If any of you remember when Adam Anderson and I were racing, and I absolutely demolished the truck, even though I beat him. It's because I steered into that. You can get away with that in the arenas where you're trying to steer into the crash. When you get big air like this, you actually want to steer away from it, from the landing. I know that sounds backwards, but watch these shocks. I love landing front to back. It's my favorite way. It dissipates the energy extremely well. If you're back to front, like you get a lot of head slap, and that can really hurt. If you land it all four at the same time, you get a real bad threat of a rebound and landing on the roof. So I love landing front to back. Now, part of the way that I do that is if you notice, I am not lifting or checking up before some of these race hits, these race faces, I guess. Because what's happened is my back end, the back shots are already a little bit preloaded. Now this can really turn bad if you do it wrong. But when I hit that, it almost unloads the back end faster than the front, and it's driving that front end down. But you hear me in the air with the throttle I'm creating, trying to get that tire speed up. And it's because I'm trying to make sure the truck is moving quickly enough to almost outpace the back end trying to rise. Because obviously if you do that too much, that's a bad situation. Watch these shocks though. So as soon as it lands, you can see those things compress. That front right tire hits the Monster Mutt body. That's part of the main reason why this body sheds as soon as it hits that next face. But the right front landing first is what causes it to rebound over towards the left. Thankfully, that was not that bad of a rebound, partly because my crew guy's amazing. Shout out Matt Dale Sander. The other half of that is because the tire speed was right. If you can match your ground speed, like the speed in which you're flying through the air, and the tire speed, it tries to pull the truck out of the landing instead of getting that bad rebound. I did love that we shedded that body right there. And then you're just trying to get... You know what's cool, though? Shout out to Matt Dale Sander. That left front tire was the very same tire I had just absolutely stuffed into that dirt pile right there. Look at that bounce. That's like, 6 feet of rebound from a moving 12,000 pound machine. I go into that tumble And that's the same exact tire that catches to bring the truck back around. Like the fact that we didn't destroy something in that corner, hey, shout out Matt Dale Sander. As soon as you're getting the truck to kind of do what you want it to do, which in my case in this situation was coming right side up, you always got to find that point in which you want to hit the brakes. If I kept into the throttle right here, it would have washed that truck out and probably ended up on its roof. So if you notice right about here, it's coming around, and thankfully I hit the brake. And that's kind of what got it to stop moving. Pretty cool though, huh? Let's watch it one more time in full speed. Hear that throttle? Boom, stuffed. Trying to get some movement. And it just so happened to work out. Pretty cool though. Everything we do is about throttle control. The less you panic in the throttle and you get the throttle to work with you, the tire speed, you're just looking for those little moments of traction where you can get them. And if you can get traction, good things can happen. Like I say, sometimes you're a hero, sometimes you're a zero, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're good. The best Monster Jam moments, though, are when you're both. And that run, we definitely got a little bit lucky and we're a little bit good. And it was one of those awesome moments for the Monster Mutt team in 2025.